Here we go, aka Padders. We have it. Let me get into this, but real quick, Peter A. DeLuca here, aka Pad. Sometimes referred to as aka Pad 69, depending on your social media network, but always referred to as the eclectic one. Welcome to it. Peter A. DeLuca here. Subscribe, support, leave a comment. We got something cool. We got something special. This is, and it's not in the description. It's not in the title, the headline. It's not in the thumbnail. But this here, this is the, and I realized this because someone, you know, like sometimes you're out here in Philly, doing what you do, day drinking, you know, ditching the office, meeting up with people, eating, drinking outside the Rittenhouse, having a good time, spending the hard-earned money, getting blasted during the day. But someone asked me, because we were talking about, it was kind of like, let's just get rid of this, but it was like a work conversation. And it was, a lot of it was like revolving around, you know, we love to document, I love to document, even my comic book process, I have written documents on kind of my methodologies, the flow state, all these things, right? And it helps me unlock it when I sit down because it does make a procedure of the creative process, and that's really what it is. There's no such thing as inspiration. There's only procedure when it comes to producing creative work. But we were talking IT stuff, and the question came up, like, how well do you memorize everything? Because you can't document everything, but you may get a phone call, an email, a text message, and you really have to know things off the top of your head. And I'm talking like detailed sequences of IP addresses, DNS servers, that sort of thing. You know, different networks, different subnets, all of that fun SHIT. And we furthered that, and I kind of use the example that when I'm at the drawing table, there's too much that I have memorized, okay? And I don't need to have like drawing like references and you know, sometimes you do if you need to draw like a Volkswagen Beetle, but I don't even have things around my drawing table that's like inspiration because I have it all like up here. And it's very similar to that scene in Flash Gordon, Dr. Zarkov, where they're trying to erase his mind and they find out that they really can't because he has filled his head with so much stuff. But that kind of continued, and someone asked me, they're like, well, what's like the one comic that you have memorized? And you know, and I kind of look, I said like, I have Watchmen, Akira, Mouse, Dark Knight Returns, Cosmic Odyssey. Recently, where is it? My Shazam graphic novel. And I kind of started listing these things. I started listing some of the Independent, The Crow, TMNT, Bone, and the list went on, and like I could kind of see their heads like exploding in slow motion. And then someone's like, "Well, is there one that like you haven't like, you know, like is there one that you need to get?" And then it hit me. It's this right here. I never really set eyes on this book. I never memorized it. It's considered, it's a top 10 comic book of all time. I never really experienced this book, and this should be memorized. So let's hit that drawing table and let's go through this together. Maybe for you it's the first time. For me it's going to be the first time. And call it a flip through, call it a tour, call it a show and tell. I can't speak too much about the story, but let's look at one of the all-time greats right here. Alright, aka Padders, let's clean off the drawing table. We got Cosmo Cat here. We got a new sketchbook challenge I've been working on. Videos on all of that. But let's dive in because we got one. This is so much fun. I really don't know any time I flip through this book here. Let's just get rid of that. All right, we're just going to cut that because I just don't want to dox myself. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. That's convenient. We have this now. Hewlett Packard. You know, us being IT guys, Hewlett Packard really does make the best laptops in the entire world. Just when it comes to service, longevity, performance, all of that. Even if you're doing creative stuff. And here it is. Holy moly, people. Superman, Muhammad Ali. And we're just trying to figure this out. So, way back when I worked at the comic shop, this came in as, it was like a deluxe hardcover, but it was, I believe it was normal size. And that's the last time I even remember this being reprinted. Now, that could be a reason why it kind of shot up in price throughout the years. Because I think people want the original format. They want to re-experience the form factor. And these treasury editions really don't get that treatment, like, at all. I don't know why you would wrap this in saran wrap. Some people just don't know how to package books. So yeah, it's beat up a little. Relatively, I think I got this for with shipping about like $30. Okay, so we can see it's got spine ticks and all this other stuff, but we don't care about tradition. Look, Jimmy Carter, Batman. Look, Stan Lee's in the crowd. Clark Kent. So I remember, like, it might have been Wizard magazine. They identified like everyone in the crowd here. But it's just, look, Martin Luther King, Jerry Garcia. It's just, like, it goes on and on. I absolutely love it. But let's get into it. Oh, and it tells you. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that was a part of that. I just remembered seeing this in, like, other publications. But here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Wow, it just, like, sets it up right there. Holy crap. Neil Adams, man. Look at this guy. I'm just trying to see. Script on an original story by Denny O'Neil. Adapted by Neil Adams. Penciler Neil Adams. So Neil Adams really took a story and made something of it. Dude, look at this. What the hell? Dude, look at Lois with the bell bottoms. Isn't it funny? It doesn't matter what era Jimmy Olsen is in, he will wear the same clothes. Yeah, why did this take so long? I'll tell you right now, that DC reprint that I referenced earlier, I think there was like an action figure box set that came with it. It doesn't even compare to this. Dude, look at Ali just like super punching this dude. Like, these are every single pose we're seeing right here. And I'm sorry if not all of it's in frame, but every pose is like a licensable pose here. And we're not doing a full flip through here or like a full panel by panel. I just want to kind of experience this and document it for the first time. And we'll do something a little bit more thorough down the road. Dude, look at this sound effect here. This is awesome. Like I said, like in high grade, this is probably $300 to $400. So we got just some destruction. Got this guy right here, like he's just like mouthing off. Superman comes in, Ali is there. So what's going to what's going to happen? Why are they going to fight? Dude, look at Superman in his trophy room. Really cool stuff. Dude, look at the faces. Neil Adams, I never had an interview with him that I liked. I hate any Neil Adams interview. I just think he's long-winded, and he goes on and on. He talks about like nothing. He talks in the big circle. Most comic book creators do when you interview them, and I don't know why. Look at this robot. Holy crap. So this is a full example. This is a real example of just elevating the material. Of really just saying, like, the hell with it. Like, we're going for broke. We're doing this a certain way. It doesn't matter what you think our time frame is, what you think our deadline is. That's awesome too. We got Phantom Stranger here. Not Phantom Stranger. I forget that guy's name. Phantom Stranger, right? No. Phantom Stranger is the other guy. But like, you know, like it's you do the effing work, and it doesn't matter if the publisher knows what's good and what's bad for them. You know, you're the creator. You tell the publisher what's good and bad for them. And everyone's just like hung up on deadlines. It's like, the hell with deadlines. I will tell you that right now. The hell with deadlines. You don't need deadlines. So Superman gets beat up here. I didn't even realize that. Nice layout here. So everyone always speaks of Neil Adams and his very aggressive, progressive layouts. And I guess you can kind of say that. He has a way of framing objects in the layout, though. And his layouts are readable. And that's a big, you know, like that was really something that was lost within the 90s era. You know, like the layouts got, even this page, see how it kind of, like we kind of get the flow. Like we know what order to read this page in. And some of these layouts, the panels blend into one another. But this is a great example, really, of not caring what your publisher wants to do with the material. And you just saying, like, the hell with you. I will show you what to do with this material. This is intense, though, dude. This book here. Like, this really, I'm not even joking. This might be the best illustrated comic book story of all time. It really, I mean, I don't think I've seen anything with this consistency, with all the comic book elements, with the city and space, and that's what I mean by comic book elements. Dude, look at Superman just flying through all of the vessels here. Like Superman just going Super Saiyan. This is really insane here, people. We're going to do more. We're going to do this entire story. Holy shit. Look at that. And look at what this is. Here's the amazing thing, people. So this is, if you're publishing a book, okay, you want everything from cover to be about the book, to be about what's inside. You want it all to come through. Technically, even with this, even with the inside cover, and I love the border here. The border is just so incredible. 1979. But everything in this is about the story. It's designed to draw you in and to stick with you. Unbelievable, everyone. Do not let your publishers dictate the quality of work. The publishers want the worst for you. I do want to research a little bit more in how this came about. If any of my assumptions are correct. AKA Pad here. Rock and roll. Let's do it. Okay, AKA Padders. I mean, you don't get any more exciting than that. I've been really obsessing over recently, too, over Cosmic Odyssey. The people who just they go Magnolia and Hellboy right away, and it's got to be said, this work is far greater than Hellboy. Not saying that Hellboy's not great. This is just a step up from great to Cosmic Odyssey over here. But yeah, and like, I just want to kind of further the point that the idea is not to surround yourself with inspiration. You can sit down with just a notebook, a pen and paper in an empty room, and you can draw all day and create all day, and you don't need anything outside of what's in your gray matter. You don't need anything other than that to put things on paper and be consistent about it. Remember, the creative process, it's not mystical at all. I'm sorry. It's not this flying butterfly or this like hummingbird. You have a process. You are creative. You have to find those triggers as often as possible. And usually it means making yourself feel good. That means eating right, doing cocaine, taking your vitamins, working out, you know, like those 4 things, you can do it anyway. AKA Pat here, guys. I love you and goodbye.